Today, we are going to get in the minds of a major champion. I've got Matt Fitzpatrick here. Hello, Matt.
How are you?
Very well, thank you. I don't know how well I'm going to be in a minute once I've lugged this bag up here, but we're going to see how you play your golf and how you strategize your way around your golf course. So today, I'm going to be your new, improved, taller, better-looking Billy Foster. That's what you told me off camera anyway. So talk me through this hole here and your approach, what the type of thing Billy would be saying to you and what you do to prepare for a hole like this.
Yeah, so obviously this hole pretty straightforward. The bunkers there, I think you told me earlier, were 315, so I'm not reaching that today. But yeah, we look at this hole and think, okay, well, where do we want to hit it? The bunker's obviously trouble here. We don't want to run out of that. So yeah, we'd hit it short of that and then play from there.
So how much of your strategy is predetermined from your practice rounds, or even in the morning before you play when you get the pin sheets and when you figure out the wind? Are you making your strategy then and sticking to it out on the golf course, or have you got like a flexible plan for
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've got a flexible plan. You think you've always got to stay that way, but you know, we make our plan Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Particularly if it's a golf course we've not seen before, we'll go through the holes as we play them and in practice rounds, and we'll decide on, you know, what we're going to do. Is it a hybrid here? Is it 4-iron? Is it driver? Do we take out that bunker or not? It's you know, there's a lot that goes into it. So from there, we'll decide on what we do the night before. Obviously, from then, it depends on tournament situation as to whether you change it or not.
So you might change that strategy tournament round depending on if you're chasing a lead.
Need a birdie, need to play conservative, just get it in the house, whatever it may be.
So it is pretty flexible. Yeah. Right, boss, so I'm going to be caddying for you. I'm lugging this monstrosity of a bag. It's huge and heavy. But we've got 316 to that bunker on the right. You told me we're not going to go in it with driver, so you happy with driver?
Yeah, if you say so. You're caddying, you need to tell me.
No, I'm happy with driver. Let's go with it.
Okay.
So, crikey, that's heavy. Once you've teed up, tell me the process you're going through. How do you aim? Are you someone who picks out a spot in front of the ball?
No, I just, you know where I'm going. That's my target, and kind of go from there, really. Obviously done a lot of practice before with alignment sticks to make sure your alignment's good. Yeah, and then you just obviously, bank on your practice.
I can see you're keen to get going here. One more. Are you someone who shapes the ball with the shape of a hole or against the wind, or do you have your stock shot and go with it?
Stock, yeah, stock draw with off the tee. So that's what I'll do regardless. Occasionally, if the hole forces a shape, then obviously I'll have to do that, and something I'm happy doing. But it's just easier to to stick with what stock.
Come on then, boss. Yeah. Stock driver straight at that marker post, please. I like it. Up the right half, we're in good shape. This is going to be easy.
I think it just rolled in that bunker.
Don't you worry about that, man. It's not. This is going to be easy. Right, so we're off and away, boss. That was a great tee shot. I'm happy with that. I think this is going to be easy. Now we're walking. You do an awful lot of walking. So talk to me about the role of the golf shoe for you, how important that is, and what you like about these Skechers Go Golf blade shoes.
Yeah, the biggest thing for me with the blade is it's the comfort. Like I say, play 28 weeks a year, 4 rounds ideally, Thursday to Sunday, practice rounds Monday to Wednesday. You're always on your feet, whether it's playing golf, whether it's in the gym, and these golf shoes just make a hell of a difference over the course of a year. And I've not had any soreness in my feet since I've moved with Skechers, which is obviously a huge deal. And that's like one of the biggest things as to why I moved over to Skechers in the first place. And these shoes are excellent.
Right, so we are approaching our second shot after that wonderful tee shot, and I've got the club yardage book here, but I've seen on tour your yardage books are a lot more detailed, and you're somebody who does an awful lot of writing in them, aren't you? So when I see you at the end of the hole and you've finished out and you start writing stuff down in your planner, what are you writing?
Bit of everything, what my target is, what club, where the wind is, how the ball's lying below my feet, above my feet, where the pin is, all sorts of things. And then obviously,
so you're writing about a specific shot you've hit. If that ball was above your feet, below your feet, because you
Correct.
Want to know what that did to the yardage, or
well, it could be what it did to the yardage, or whether there's a common theme here. You're losing strokes with your 7-iron, but actually every shot that you've lost strokes, the ball's been below your feet. Right? Okay. Well, I need to practice below my feet, because if you think about when you're playing golf, the ground we're walking on now, how many golf shots do you hit where it's perfectly flat every time? The answer is probably 10%. You know, it's so why are you practicing on lies that are flat all the time?
So when you get home, you've written all that information down. How are you extrapolating that, or where are you putting that to make it useful for you?
I have a team of people. So my sponsor Prativity and Eduardo Molinari with Arcos Golf. You know, we sort of work together to sort of get all that information, put it together, and you know, give us the feedback that we need to in order to improve.
Perfect. Well, that's interesting. Let's go and stiff this second shot, shall we? Right, Matt, we've arrived at the ball. You've already given me my first telling off for just running out into the semi. But little did you know, I think we've got a back pin, so I was trying to take spin off there. I'm always thinking.
Interesting.
So what's the first thing you do when you get to the golf ball for a second shot? What's the first thing you look at?
First thing is get yardage. You know, get yardage to the front, and then obviously get yardage to the pin, so you know where it is. From there, you look at your book. Tour books have got a lot of detail about the green, so whether there's slope short, long, obviously bunker right, left, hazard, whatever it may be. So then once you look at that, you go, okay, I've got, in this case, we've got 188. 188, we want to land it because we know it's releasing 6 yards. We don't want to land it 182. And from there, it's 182 is playing what? Yeah, so we got a bit of downwind. Yeah, we might have 5 yards downwind. All of a sudden, that's 177. Maybe it's a bit colder or a bit warmer. In this case, it's a bit cooler, so it's probably playing 170, probably back to 180. There you go. Watch 180 club, 7-iron.
Okay, and when do you factor in lie? Have you thought about that already? Have you subconsciously already come up and seen that?
I mean, in this case, semi, it makes a negligible difference. Obviously, if the fairway, it's not going to make a difference. Obviously, if it's in the rough, you're thinking something that might be a bit heavier, take more club, or you could be a flyer, drier rough, then obviously you've got to think about that.
Okay, one thing I've seen a lot of pros do is mark off certain areas on the planner where you just simply can't miss it to certain pins. Is that something you'd look at now? You'd look at this pin and you'd have something marked on here and go, and just at the back of your mind, you'd be thinking we're veering slightly one side.
Same deal. You know, for example, if there's a water hazard at this green, you know, you aim further left away from the pin. If there's a bunker and it's an easy up and down, then you can go a little bit more aggressive. So obviously you've done your homework in the practice rounds and then you can take that into account.
I'm a great caddy. Of course, I've done my homework. What do we say, boss? 7-iron?
7-iron. Wrong one.
That's got a putter grip on it.
That's illegal.
Right, that's got a putter grip on it. We'll go with this one instead. Best of luck. So talk me through your pre-shot routine as you're going with it as well.
2 practice swings normally. And then, yeah, away I go.
Cool.
You're going to need to move a hair right, so. Cameras aren't normally that close.
Right, we're going on the side of safety here, boss. I think that's heading to the left edge of the green, but we can work it out from there. Right, so we've hit that second shot. I think we've missed a little bit left of target maybe. That was, you can blame me for that one because I think I gave you the wrong line there. As we're walking up, are you starting to think about what might lay ahead? Are you looking at slopes? Are you already getting a picture? Or
No, not really. I mean, it's more like where's my ball, how close is it before making a decision. I feel like I get my best reads when I'm fully focused and behind the ball, obviously. You know, there's no point thinking about it now. I can't make a decision, or certainly can't make a good decision from 50 yards away. So for me, it's just kind of, particularly if I'm on the green, if I'm off the green, you're obviously looking at the contours for the chip and what that might, you know, you might be left with.
Right, Matt, I've put you in a bad place here. I'm sorry, we've got hump, we've got downhill chip. What are you thinking?
Yeah, this is short side, so that's a severe penalty in itself. And
it's not a penalty for the caddy, is it?
At this point, a hit and hope, it's a fine, yeah.
Oh, he's absolutely played one. He's got me out of jail. And we are in there about 6 inches. Boss, that was an easy part.
We don't need a putt. Good caddying. Well done, knock-off Billy.
Well, that was a phenomenal cross-handed chip. Talk me through why you've gone cross-handed and what you think the benefits are.
Just consistency. I feel like I know what's coming every time, and that's been the biggest thing for me. That's the key thing in chipping. You know what's coming each time you hit your chip, and then you can predict what the outcome's going to be. So yeah, it's been really helpful.
A bit unorthodox. Were you nervous the first time you pulled it out in competition or not?
No. I've been doing it as a training drill for a long time, and Obviously, to take it into competition, it took a little bit, few more reps beforehand, but yeah, I'm used to it now.
Great stuff.
Thank you.